We are off this week, but we wanted to quickly address one absolutely huge story.
Naturalists are predicting a big summer for cicadas in the Northeast.
Big, noisy, and numerous, cicadas are set to emerge again from their unusually long reproductive cycle. The ones coming out of the ground this summer were conceived in 1999.
Yes, the cicadas are coming.
Greetings everyone, I'm Adam Harrison, and today I'm beyond thrilled to be hanging out in an area that's pulsating with a buzz of periodical cicadas. Now some people love this sound, some people really dislike this sound. Personally, I'm a huge fan of the buzz, and I love heading into an area that's teeming with these extremely fascinating red-eyed insects.
And Follow the White Rabbit was a puzzle created by Cicada 3301. And my concern is that Cicada 3301 has some very questionable stuff about it. And I know that they are connected to you because you talked about it with LTV on air, where you said you were...
They're not really... They came to me after I came out, all right? Let's be clear about that. I think you guys get caught up on this bullshit, like, drama, like, oh, cicada and this and that. It's like, guys, let's just, like, let's make it real easy. Titus, I know you're a good dude. I know you're trustworthy. You know why? Pizzagate.
Now, let me show you this piece of artwork that I saw quite a while back, and I put it in one of our folders, and I was just like, that is so perfect. It's a female, but her body, it shows this stitching like it's a covering, but the stitching makes a sperm going towards a mouth that's got vampire fangs. I mean, look at this picture, look. And it's like a shell, and coming out of one eye is a cicada. And then they...
Rod Wheeler cases and the Butowski lawsuit, and we can come back to that. But the other thing was that this port of Charleston, that they actually shut down the 8th busiest container port in the United States for hours on this idea. They called this Clear and Present Danger, which is the title of a Tom Clancy novel.
So just tell us what happened. Just describe
so they made up the story that there was a dirty bomb made from uranium inside a shipping container that was protected with diplomatic immunity, and that this was on a ship called the Memphis that was sailing into the port of Charleston. And so the port of Charleston was going to be hit by a dirty bomb, which first of all is a story that Lindsey Graham had been pushing on InfoWars since about 2011, but secondly is a scenario in a book by Jerome Corsi that he wrote in 2006.
You know what a disruptive innovator is? Well, that's me. I'm a disruptive innovator. There's not many of us around. Problem is, we start coming up with ideas and we bother a lot of people. A lot of these people live in the gray twilight of mediocrity. You know what a disruptive innovator is? Well, that's me. I'm a disruptive innovator. There's not many of us around. Problem is, we start coming up with ideas and we bother a lot of people. A lot of these people live in the gray twilight of mediocrity.
Well, I mean, have you seen the people that respond to my videos and stuff? Like,
yeah, no, I get it, but it's just, I don't know. There's so many. I wonder who's getting paid. You know, deep creep state dudes.
Yeah, that's the thing. You'll never ever find out. All you can do is base people on their fruits, and just sort of be like, if you read Hacker, Hoaxers, Whistleblowers, and Spies, which is a book about Anonymous written by Biella Coleman, she really goes through the different types of personalities that you'll run through on the internet and run through from these, like, you know, various anonymous trolls and stuff like that. And there's like tricksters, there's jokesters, there's people that just want to cause havoc and are those types of trolls. Like, they're just doing it to see a reaction in some cases.
Right.
So, you know, you probably get a lot of that because you came up on the scene in a time period where the Podestas and all those guys clearly had... You came up on the scene... You know, you probably get a lot of that because you came up on the scene in a time period where the Podestas and all those guys, clearly had
path of it, which, as you said, it was traveling in a straight line for 4 days up from, you know, the Atlantic, and it was given a name on September the 1st, and then it travelled over to Bermuda, did a bit of damage at Bermuda, and then went in a straight line for 4 days, and it was closest to New York City at 8 o'clock in the morning, just before the events unfolded. The storm was at its widest extent, and then on the 12th of September it made a right-hand turn and headed out towards Newfoundland, after these events had unfolded. And this is all documented quite meticulously in Dr. Wood's book.
So prevalent. And everywhere and every which way you turn and look, something grabs you to entice you, to seduce you, to sedate you, to lull you away from the truth that you have already died. Your spirit died, and it's planted in hell as a seed in the darkness of your shadow self.
All right, Tom. But understand this. I do care for you. I care for all the lost souls that end up here. I care for all the lost souls that end up here. I care for all the lost souls that end up here.
The second mental discipline is acceptance of the completeness within your consciousness. It is not for a being of polarity in the physical consciousness to pick and choose among attributes, thus building the roles that cause blockages and confusions in the already distorted mind complex. Each acceptance smooths part of the many distortions that the faculty you call judgment engenders.